Hello, hello, hello. Hello, and good to see you guys in. Running late today. I have so many things happening. So, unfortunately, I was not on time. But then again, I'll be happy on the day that I am because, Lord have mercy, that will be a new one from me. I don't know what it is. I just can't seem to get here on time no matter what I do. But I hope everybody's having a great week. It's been an interesting week on my side. I'm flying solo because Angie is out and about and enjoying life a little bit, which I think is wonderful. We here in Arizona had a brief, very brief drop in temperatures, and for a few days we were down in the very nice numbers, but they have slowly climbed back. And so by the end of the week and into this weekend, we're getting back into the 100s. Not a surprise, but you know what? I'll take my hundreds. They're not so bad considering we were 110 and 115 or not so long ago. It's amazing though how here in Arizona you are either in like hot, and then all of a sudden within a day or two, everything changes so quickly, and then you're back to the heat. Don't know how that works, but it's also that way in the desert if you think about it, because in the daytime the desert can be extremely warm or even just hot. And then at night you go out in the desert and you can get chilly. You can get very chilly. So it's amazing how that works. I mean, the sun is powerful, and Lord knows here in the desert we know that more than most. Good morning, good evening, Brittany, Kiddo, and Harley. Welcome in, you guys. Good to see you. Oh, you know what? I forgot to, as I'm speaking to you, I'm going to be rude enough, sorry, to go ahead and edit the privacy settings for the Facebook groups so they can join us, which is nice. Anyway, yes, and also turn my phone off and silence it because we don't need it going off and doing crazy things while we're doing the live stream. Well, there's not much going on here. Just kind of getting things going and getting my videos done and uploaded for the week. So the week coming, as we go through the evening, I'm going to be popping to this side. I'm popping. I think it's this because this is a new screen. As you all see, this is very different than what we usually do. This is a new kind of part of a new setup for Restream. Anyway, as we go through the evening, I'm going to pop up over here the QR codes for the weekly readings. I do, as you all know, I do a weekly reading for each of the zodiac signs, and so I'm going to pop them up as we go along. And as I say that, let me go ahead and pop the first one up, which is Aquarius. Oh, look, it's down there. Okay, well, that's interesting. That's not where I usually have it, and it's not so bad down there, but I don't think I want it there. So let me see if I can adjust it. Let's put it here. Did that work? There you go. I kind of like. Oh, it's nice too because it's kind of separated too. Nice. Anyway, that's Aquarius. You never know. Amazing. It's magic, magic, magic. Thank you, Harley. I love the shirt too. This is actually done by a local guy here in Arizona. I go to the flea markets often, and good morning, Tina. Good evening, Tina Shelton. I go to the flea markets often, and there's a guy there that goes to a craft market. And when we go to the craft market, he's one of the few that make these, but he actually makes these by hand, and he does them local, and I love them. I love tie-dye. I think it's very cool. And, it's interesting. People have their opinions about it. I just enjoy it. I love the colors. I love the brightness of it. And so I bought it. It's funny because when I was there this past time, I ran into him and I said, "Hey, I got one of your." He said, "Nope, I already know it. I know my work. That's one of mine." And I said, "I did." And I told, he said, "You got it last year," because he has that's the only market that he sells at, so he knows where he sells and he knows when he sold it last and so forth. He has a good memory, so he remembered me. We talked a little bit. Sometimes I am memorable and sometimes I am forgettable. On that occasion, I was memorable. Hey, how are you? Knokamov, did I say it right? I hope I said it right. All is well with me. Hope all is well with all of you. Again, Angie's off, so you got me doing solo work. Again, as I said, don't forget, please, if you want to check out the weekly readings for the different zodiac signs, they will pop up here, and they're all the ones done by me. And I see that my dog has left some scarring. My dog plays with me sometimes a little too hard, and I love playing with her anyway. Her name's Ghost. And she sometimes scratches a little bit, and I leave marks, and I never see them until I'm looking in the mirror or something. So if you see a scratch or whatever, just know, mark it up to my dog, Ghost. She's a sweetheart. Let's see. Let's change the next one. So we are moving right along with those. Darn. There we go. Okay. Sorry. Get back here. There we go. Aries. So this is for Aries. Anyway, also, by the way, if you leave a comment on each or any of the zodiac readings, the long form readings, if you leave a comment on any of those, I enroll your name in a drawing. And at the end of the month, you get to choose whether you get a free copy of my book or you get a reading with me, extended reading with me. I do owe the person who got it this past month, I do owe her book. I haven't mailed it yet, and I apologize profusely because I needed to get it in the mail. And so I apologize, and it will go out. I'm just kind of delayed on getting my stuff together, if you know what I mean. But she knows who she wants. She knows who wanted it. I think it's Maldonado. I think it was Christine Maldonado. I think it was. And I have her address and everything. I just haven't popped it in the mail. So there you go. Hey, Jimmy, how are you doing tonight? Don, did I miss Scorpio? No, Scorpio has not been read yet. We're starting from the A's and working up. So Tina, no, Scorpio is still coming. And I forgot you're one of me. Scorpio, when is your birthday, Tina? Because we are coming up. You know, mine is on the 28th. So mine is right around the corner. And we're the 23rd today. Is that correct? So yeah, wow, I can't believe it. It's that soon. I didn't realize it. Let's see. I just came back from Boulder, Colorado. We were in Boulder, Colorado for the weekend. It was quite an amazing experience. It was quite nice to meet different people and experience different things. It was for a wine festival. Well, darn, yours is even closer than mine, Tina, because yours is the 26th, your birthday. So happy birthday, happy early birthday. I'm going to have to give you, Tina, you get a birthday reading for that one. We do a long one for you, okay? So I'm going to give you a birthday reading. You remind me that you get a reading before we leave in case I forget, okay? Your daughter's is today. Well, happy birthday to your daughter, too. Tina. So anyway, we were in Boulder. We went for a wine festival. It was nice. I believe it or not, I didn't make it over to the store that carries my books and to ask them if they needed a refill. I should have, but I didn't because it's a short trip, but we had so much planned in that trip and it was packed. So I did not make it over there, but it was great. And it was wonderful because we sat at a table we had two different events. One a night before and the other during the day. And the daytime event, we sat with some folks we did not know. And those folks were wonderful. And, you know, it's interesting when you sit with folks and you don't know them, you kind of walk a little softly initially, like, you know, you tiptoe when you talk about the metaphysical because you don't know how they're going to react and you don't want all the drama in the eyes and all that stuff. And not that it bothers me much, but, you know, sometimes it's just, you just kind of sit there and you're like, okay, well, anyway, so I sat there and my spouse says, hey, you know, do you know what he does and whatever? And they're like, you know, he tell him. And, you know, I say, well, you know, I work in the metaphysical community and therefore I do readings and stuff like that. Well, the cool part is most of the table, there's 8 of us, most of the table were fascinated by it. And they had questions and we had a great conversation. We didn't belabor the point. We didn't go on infinitum, but we did have a great conversation. And during the day, because it was a longer event, it was a number of hours. It was interesting. Sometimes people would bring the conversation back to it and ask me other questions, which was nice. So it was quite entertaining to have that experience. I was blessed to say the least. So let's see. With that said, let's get to some readings. I'm writing a new book. That's what I wanted to mention. I'm writing a new book. And the new book, as you guys know, I did the old book, which I'm going to pop that one up while we're here. And it's still available, by the way. If you'd like a copy, it is available on Amazon. It is The Ultimate Power Within, Unleashing the Magic of Affirmations. Again, available on Amazon. This is the QR code. Actually, this is the QR code. And I'm going to actually play a little commercial about the book. I haven't played this in a long time, and I worked hard on this commercial to make it look good, so I'm going to play it.
Fly me to the moon. Let me play among the
So anyway, we worked on that, and so I'm writing the new book, and the new book is going to be about a topic I've spoken about many times on here, but I'm going to go further into it, and that topic is spirit guides. I really am drawn to have that conversation and to share what I have learned. As you guys know, I'm a medium, and therefore I often visit with spirits on the other side. Sometimes they're my own guides and my own spirits, and other times who are sharing information with me and give me information on you if I'm reading you and stuff. And then there are other times where I am visiting with your spirits and the people on your side. And then when I speak to them, of course, those are either people who passed over or even your spirit guides. And often my spirit guides talk to your spirit guides when I'm having a conversation with you and we're connected psychically. My spirit guides are talking to your spirit guides and saying, hey, what's going on? So even if you don't have a relationship, strong relationship, an open relationship with your spirit guides, that doesn't mean they don't exist in your world. And so the cool part is that I'm writing the book on it to try to help give people an understanding of spirit and spirit guides and the spiritual realm in that regard. So the first part of the book is just introducing you to the spirit realm, and I kind of set a baseline. The reason why I did a baseline, that I thought about doing a baseline and not just jumping right into spirit guides, is I want to make sure we were all on the same sheet of music, because the assumption is when you write something or do something that you're kind of assuming everybody is. And so the first part of the very first chapter is going to be about the spiritual realm and making sure we all understand the basis from which I jumped off and wrote the book on. And then the book will be written about spirits and spirit guides and the different kinds of spirit guides. And over the next few weeks or months, as I finish the book, you'll see I'll be posting conversations about spirits and spirit guides and going into little bits and, of what spirits are, what spirit guides are, what your gatekeeper is, all those things, how to reach them, how to connect to them, how to open yourself to receive, to all those things. So they're coming along, and so you'll be hearing it over time. If you should have stories that you'd like to share with me about you, your spirit guide, and your spirit guides plural, or anything you've had happen with spirits, I would love to hear them. So again, if you've had any experiences and you'd like to share them, down here is my email address. Send me the email. No, it's not this, is it? Yeah, no, it's advice. I'm sorry, I thought my email address was here. It's advice@sonoranmystictarot.com and not that one. Anyway, and if you were to send me an email at advice@sonoranmystictarot.com, and let me see if I can put it under captions here somewhere, then I will send you, then I would appreciate it. Again, just put a thing and say, hey, this is what I experienced. I was doing this, or just write it or whatever you want to do. But it would be nice to go ahead, and I would love to have you share with me that. That would be wonderful. And again, whatever information you want to, that's wonderful. Share. But yeah, the book is going to be about spirits and spirit guides. And so I'm looking forward to seeing it come together completely, because it's coming together slowly, but it's there. We have about 10,000. I think it's like 10,500 words so far. So we have a long way to go. When I say we, it's me and my spirit guides, because again, I'm working with them and they're helping to fill in the gaps. So I will keep you guys appraised of the progress with that as we move forward. Let's see, our next one is not Gemini, but who is the next one? Leo. But with that said, now we've done all that, then let's get right to the readings then. Let's go on and get to the readings. Welcome in, Crystal. Nice to see you. We're going to start with Tina Shelton, because again, Tina Shelton's birthday. So Tina, let's do a reading for you. Tina, is your question general or specific? Tell me what you got in your mind, Tina. What you want to know. Be an inquiring mind. What is it that you'd like to know? I always like this symbol over here, the lion. I mean, lion, that's just a strong, I've got Scorpio in mind, so I'm thrilled with mine, don't get me wrong. But at the same time, I always like the lion because of the strength and determination that it represents, Again, folks, what I'm posting over here is just the readings that are on my YouTube channel for each of the zodiac signs for this specific week. So if you click on the QR code or you click on the link that shows up in your chats, it'll take you to my YouTube channel with the weekly reading. Again, if you leave a comment in the chat of any or even all of the long form content, all of the different zodiac sign readings, I will put your name in a drawing, and at the end of the month draw a name who will win either a copy of my book or a long-term reading with me, a long-form reading with me. My long-form readings usually go for an hour to about an hour and a half. We do it via Zoom, and I go into a lot of things with you, and then I open up to you to have questions resolved as well. So it's pretty exhaustive, but it's a beneficial thing, to say the least. So again, if you were to leave a comment in each of my readings, that's 12 a week times 4, which is the number of weeks in a month, you would be enrolled 48 times in that drawing. So your odds of winning would be increased exponentially. So, give it a thought. If you'd like to try to win a free reading, that'd be a way to try to do it. Okay. And also sharing and subscribing, always a wonderful thing. Okay. Hey, Angie, nice to see you in. You'll be back in AZ tomorrow. Well, come on back. The weather is getting warmer, so you're going to like that. You're definitely going to like that. Yes, Miss Bonnie, like, share, subscribe, and follow. Absolutely. I appreciate that. Thank you for coming in. Let's see. Where am I now? Okay. All right. Tina says general. Okay. Tina Shelton. Let me put your name over here. There we go. Where's it going to appear? There we go. What do we have for Tina Shelton? Beautiful spirit and the universe, please tell me what is in Tina's highest and best good to know. All right. Okay, Tina. Tina, we start with the 5 of Wands. Now, you notice over the last few weeks, I've been doing psychic reads, and I've been focusing on and using and trying to do only psychic reads, because I've been, I just kind of was in the mood to kind of continue getting back to the basis of what I do. And the cards are nice and they are helpful, but of course they're always a tool, and they help to kind of spur the conversation. But today I'm feeling like the cards again, because I also love the cards and I haven't done them in a while. And so I'm gonna really connect with them today, and so you'll see me use them. There'll be times maybe where they won't, okay? But most importantly, Tina, we got the 5 of Wands for you, and the 5 of Wands, as you can see, is a wonderful card. The 5 of Wands is an energy of conflict, and is not ended. It is a continuous conflict. But this one tells me it's an internal conflict. So, Tina, what are you conflicting with yourself? What are you battling? What's the internal battle with you? There's something going on internally. I don't get external for this reason. And I mean, not for this reason. I don't get internal. And for this reason, I have to ask again, what I don't get external. What I'm saying. So internally, what I want to know what's going on and what's driving you, because there's this feeling of that. And it's interesting here, because is there something happening that you feel you have to make a choice on? And this is the 2 of Pentacles, but it's like there's a choice, or there's something that's been nagging at you, and you're not sure if you want to do this, or you do want to do this, or whatever. But I'm getting the feeling like maybe that conflict is, again, you have a decision to make, and you don't know which way to go, and you're upset with yourself because you can't make the decision, that you're not able to actually pull the trigger and make that final decision. First thing is to lighten up and give yourself the space. Just say, you know what? I will do this in my pace, my own timing, whatever, this is not a divine timing situation. This is your time. Okay. So you will make the decision when you need to make the decision. Okay. It's work. Okay. I understand. So be patient with it. And again, make sure that you give yourself the time to feel comfortable with whatever you decide. Okay. So don't let go of the guilt, let go of the frustration, let go of that energy of feeling like, I have to make a decision, whatever. The time will be right. You'll know when it happens, and when that's the case, you will get it right. Okay. Here's a 3 of Pentacles after that. So the 3 of Pentacles is coming out, and it's letting you know that when you have formulated the energy properly, when you finally have gotten the energy set in a way in your mind that you feel comfortable with the phraseology, I guess you would say, of the question, or in the way in which you want to deliver the question, or figure out how to question the answer. Okay. So again, because it's not easy, whatever there's something missing in your energy that would direct you on how to make the right choice, because you're like, I don't know what the question is, because I can't quite figure it out, but there's something missing, that kind of thing. And so this 3 of Pentacles is telling you, get advice. Okay. So talk to folks. You don't have to engage them specifically in that conversation or ask them about that choice, But what I would strongly suggest is that you do talk to them. You do talk to them, and you do just kind of hear their experiences, hear their ideas, hear their concepts. And once you do, it may then help you to formulate the right thing that's going to help you make the decision. Okay, so I think the problem is you don't quite yet have all the facts, or you don't have the confidence or surety in that sense, and so that will come to you. But get advice, okay? And ultimately, don't worry, Tina, you're going to make the right choice, and the right choice is going to work well for you and your family, because this is that family happiness card, and it is around work because it's those wands and the 4 of wands. So this is like the 111. This is like 1111. Okay, this is 1111 kind of energy, and so we're talking about newness, a freshness, and an excitement. So again, give yourself a little room, give yourself a little breather. Don't push yourself. Just continue to try to formulate the ideas of what it is I really need to know most, what it is that's really going to help me make this decision. And then once you really grasp it, and even as you're working to grasp it, talk to somebody, get some advice, talk to many people, get people's ideas and inputs, and maybe it'll help to make it gel. And then once you do, go with it, because I'm telling you, this card here tells you that you're going to make the right decision. You're going to be happy. You'll be good. You'll be good. Okay. And I like this because also it's saying, again, the family is going to be happy. So again, if you're happy at work, you're probably going to be happy at home. And I like that idea. Ultimately, in the end, you have a 9 of Wands. And so the 9 of Wands is like an inventory card, but it's kind of like saying, okay, I totally get this. And I'm moving forward. Okay. It's interesting how that 9 of Wands is there. You know, it's like a confirmation card. It's a confirmation. Yeah, it is, because there you go. That's I love this. This is the 5 of Swords. So when that 9 of Wands came and said, you could just kind of inventory, and then the 5 of Swords drops. And so when that 5 of Swords drops, of course, the 5 of Swords was making it very, very clear that you let it go. You let it go. You made the right choice. You let it go, and now you move on. Okay. So that is a wonderful reading, Tina. This is give yourself a birthday gift of letting it go and not even worrying about it. Okay, for now, and just tell yourself, I'm going to leave it in the back of my mind. I'm going to mull over it. I'm going to, from time to time, bring it back forward and see if I'm working on it better than I did before. I'm going to push forward when I need to. I'm going to talk to folks. And eventually this is going to fall into place for me. It's going to click, and then when it does, I'll be fine. Okay, that's kind of the energy I'm picking up. So just go with the flow in that reference. Don't beat yourself up too much, and just appreciate the fact that, thank goodness you have choices. Okay, that's how I see it. Thank goodness you have choices, folks. Again, as you see these things pop up over here, they are the weekly readings on each of the zodiac signs for this week. They are on my YouTube channel, and they are somewhere between 7 and 10 minutes each, but they give you a whole idea of the week as it lays out from Monday to Sunday. So even though we are in Wednesday, if you watch this, you're going to find out what the rest of the week is going to cover for you. So please check it out. I would appreciate it. Should you leave a message, should you leave a comment, and you are a subscriber on any of those videos, I will enroll you for the drawing at the end of the month for either a copy of my book, The Ultimate Power Within, Unleashing the Magic of Affirmations, or a free reading with me. All right. Let's see who is next. Let me pop over from Sag on to Scorpio, and then get back to the chats. Brittany Kittle, you popped in second, if I'm not mistaken, or even first. I do not recall, but I know it's pretty darn close. So Brittany, what is your question? Is it general or is it specific? And you are so welcome, Tina. Again, happy birthday, and happy birthday to your daughter too, by the way. So very nice. Excuse me, but I'm dry. I'm parched. I'm parched. Brittany, let me know. Is it going to be a specific reading or a general reading? Brittany. Oh, I got to show you this new video. I figured I should wait for a little visitor, if you know what I'm saying. One of our little trolls to pop on in. But general, okay, Brittany, I'll take care of that. I'll get you. You are next, my dear. But anyway, so I found this video and I uploaded it because I cannot wait to use it. I cannot wait. And as you can tell, because I haven't gotten any little trolls popping in, but this is going to be the fun one. I saw it and I'm like, I got to have that one. Watch this. This is the coolest thing.
Be extremely careful what you say. I haven't had my coffee yet, and I'm in no mood for stupid, irresponsible remarks.
Oh my goodness, I love it. Now I need to tweak it because it's fresh and it's brand new, and I need to change the format a little bit, tweak it a little bit. But I just love the energy. I love that statement, and I like her. You know, she's been in some of the Disney movies, and I always remembered her. But that phrase, that whole thing, just was cute, so I had to have it. You know, it's funny how I download stupid stuff from time to time, but you know, it's interesting how they come in handy, especially when a troll starts popping in asking stupid questions, right? And you know that they're just fishing for a way to hook somebody into paying them money, which is, I think, just the worst thing in the world. You know, it's amazing here, folks, as I told you all over and over, and most of you know this, we don't charge for these readings. We charge in our private lives for personal readings, and we charge, you know, a relatively, you know, good, we charge a fair price, but it's not cheap. So when we come on here, it's for free. And when we do all these things, it's for free to give back to you guys in the community and to just show that, hey, there's, you know, that everybody, you know, even if you don't necessarily have the resources or even just don't want to pay the resources, you can still have options, you know. But it's kind of our it was a decision we made a long time ago. It was me and a group of friends who sat down to make this decision to start this whole concept of doing this, and we're true to that. So when trolls come in and they try to persuade you to, hey, I have a reading for you or whatever, and then they want to charge you, of all the times and of all the readings, this is not the one, because again, our whole thing is not to make money on you. It's not to do that, you know. And so it kills me and drives me, you know. And that's why it's so much more bothersome than it might be for other folks, because again, it's like, this is not about money. This is the one night, the one time when you're on the internet, it's not about money. Okay. And that's why it kind of gets a little personal, a little irritating to me. So with that said, let me get back to Brittany. And Brittany did say general, if I'm not mistaken. She did. Okay. Brittany, I hope everything else is well for you. I hope the baby is doing well and is growing before they make their appearance, you know. And I think it's a little girl we talked about before, if I'm not mistaken, or I think we even called that one before, and then you confirmed it. I cannot recall. It's been a while. Yeah, I love it. You're right. I mean, Kelly, I love them too, and I love the one that with TS Madison, and it's funny because it's not in my uploads right now, and I need to put it back in there because I just love that energy of that, the intensity of that. Of course, one of my favorite, this video that I'm getting ready to show you, and Brittany, I promise I will get to your reading, but this video I'm getting ready to show you is actually one of the highest numbered viewed videos on YouTube for me, and because I just love it, and I post it on YouTube, and I'm sure a lot of people when they see it, they probably don't even have any clue of why it's there. But remember, this is one I worked a long time on to get everything lined up just right. And so anyway, let me show you that one. And this is one of my favorites. Again, it's one of the highest rated videos of mine on YouTube.
Look at my face. Don't do it. No, don't do it.
I love it. Every time I see it, I love it. I love it. I love it. I love it. And so I love playing that video. And again, I love it's my own reaction. It's just crazy, you know. And it's interesting. I work on videos and put a lot of time and effort into them. But at the same time, certain ones just catch my attention. Or like this one. Again, I cannot own this one. This one, I was watching an interview and I heard this and my ears went crazy. I'm like, ding, 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 ding. And I had to go back and I had to rewind and record because I just thought it was so apropos. And as you guys know, I use this one often.
So when I started on this healing journey, about 2 years ago, my life was like really unmanageable and I got shut. You know how the universe or God kind of like taps you on the shoulder, you don't listen, kind of gives you a little push, you don't listen, shoves you to your knees, you still don't listen. I got shoved on my ass. And so I needed to.
I just love that. I love that video. I love the way she delivers it, because you don't expect it from Valerie Bertinelli. It's not her thing, shall we say, and yet it comes out. And so when it comes out, it's delivered with so much more intensity and honesty, because it's like, wow, I wouldn't expect that from you. And you're like, oh yeah, it's just what it is. It's wonderful. So so I love that video for that reason, if not more. But I love her too, so it's kind of nice. And Lord knows she has indeed. She has indeed been through it. She's had the 2x4 and she's dealt with it, but she comes back stronger each time. And if I could tell you, or if I could give you any advice or share anything with you, is that no matter how hard life is, no matter how hard it can be, no matter the challenges and the hurdles that are thrown in front of us, know that on the other side, it will get better. As they say, this too will pass. And know that you are never alone. Okay, you're never alone. As you walk down that path, as you proceed down the path, and as you have the hurdles, and as you have the obstacles as they pop up in front of you, know that you have a spirit team around you. And again, goes back to the spirit guides. Know that there's a spirit team around you. And you're not alone, because they are there to help you. And when you stumble a little bit, they catch you. If you fall, they pick you up, they help dust you off, and they tap you on the shoulder and say, move on, move on. And so there are times where it is frustrating, where we go through life's hurdles, and we feel sometimes where it's like there is no solution, there is no way forward. And that's why I wrote the affirmations book. If you guys remember the story about the affirmations and why I wrote the book, the affirmations helped to pull it forward, because the affirmations reminded me that it starts here, that it starts in me. And if I allow myself to believe and to surrender to the fact that I can't do a damn thing about it, or that it's no longer, or that I can't make something happen, or I'll never whatever, or those kind of things, then I never will. And so once I start creating that energy inside me, and then I send that energy forward, it changes things. And we go back to the spirit guides. The spirit guides help us with that. Remember, when your spirit guides are told that this is where you're headed, they say, okay, let me help you figure out along the way. And they'll help to bring along to you opportunities. They'll help to bring to your knowledge or to your attention things that are coming along that you may be totally oblivious to, but yet they've been there. And all of a sudden, now that you've spoken it, the spirit guides are like, hey, did you look over there? Because you have always had this right there, but you didn't put it to use. Or, hey, this person is a contact that you should reach out to. You've always known them, but you've never done that, even though you know now. And you're reminded that. So again, the good part is those spirits and spirit guides that are around us never leave us. They're never alone. Okay, we're always going to have somebody there. And when we draw in more, we call them in, they can do even more wonderful things. And so my two books, when the second one's done, the two are going to work well together, because again, one is you understanding your power, and you're using the power from within to change the world outside. And then the second one is, now that I know how to do my building of myself, and to get myself back to a healthy place, and to do what I need to do to move forward, I can now look to my spirit guides and ask my team to help me along the way, now that I've got myself together. So in essence, a book about spirit guides, which is again the book that I'm writing, is going to work very well with the first one, because again, first one's all about you. Once you get yourself together and you set the affirmations, and then you start the energy moving forward, you say, okay, now spirit, can you help me? And spirit's like, heck yeah, that's what we're here for. And they help along the way. So now you have the internal and the external. What a wonderful mix. Okay. So back to Brittany. And again, if anybody has any experiences they want to share with an encounter with spirits or with something else, please, that's why I'm putting this email down here. Please send me an email and tell me what happened in your life, what happened with the spirit, what if you saw a ghost, if you saw a spirit, if you've talked, if you've heard voices, if when you were a kid you saw something and then your parents told you it wasn't anymore and then you let it go. Whatever experience if you've ever had experiences with spirits, with ghosts, with feelings of those kind of things, please feel comfortable with sharing it with me. And the email address is right down here. Okay. So Brittany, what is in spirit? What spirit and the universe? Please tell me what is in Brittany's highest and best good at this point. All right. Oh, Brittany! Wow, you're getting close to the baby because she's it's setting in. It's setting in. You're gonna be a mama again. It's like you knew it's coming. I mean, it's one of those things. You know it's coming. And all of a sudden, it's for the last week or so. It's like really setting in. So again, you must be getting close to time, and this is between 8 and 9, which is wonderful. This is yeah. This is like between 8 and 9, but again, it's that energy of kind of like, wow, it's like, yeah, darn, I'm gonna be a mom again. It's like I'm like there's this energy. It's like it's again, it's fascinating because it's an energy about an awakening, about all of a sudden you're seeing things and thinking things differently. It's like it's like more real, more surreal, more wow, what do you call it? More impactful, okay, which is interesting, and you're finding peace. I love this. You were feisty, you're ready to take on the world from time to time, you're ready to do whatever, and you're finding an internal kind of peace. There's an internal kind of peace and tranquility that you're finding in your energy right now it's going to be helpful for you. It's very helpful for you, by the way. It's going to be helpful for you to deal with other people. It's going to be helpful for you to deal with the fact of going through the birth process with all the other things come along. So I'm just loving the energy of this. You're really it's like the motherhood that has come on, and you're just feeling like, I don't know. It's like this great energy of love, like this unconditional love, and I think it's probably the love that you're already feeling for your child, and it's just mellowing you out a bit. And this is a good time to be around your family and friends, by the way, because this is a mellow you, and this is one that, I mean, this is a really nice, wonderful kind of energy. No, I think you're going to have her sooner than you're anticipating as well, and that's kind of what this is saying. This is saying that's like, we have the eight wands behind and then one leaning this way. It's kind of like, okay, it's coming sooner. Okay, it's like it's not going to be the full 9 is what kind of how that is. And so I don't think you're going to go to full term. I think this one's going to come sooner. But it's interesting. Again, it's like it's amazing. Love this energy, and if you could bottle this, it would be great, because again, this is a great energy. Don't give in to it's interesting. Somebody has a hurt. Somebody's got a hurt feeling. Somebody's like, somebody's got their butt hurt, shall we say. And you know what? Don't own it. Don't own it with them. Don't let them go there with it. This is your moment. This is your moment, okay? And this could be a significant other or something like that. There may have been a conflict. There may have been a fight. There may have been some unkind words. And if it's not a significant other, then it's somebody close to you, maybe a sister or whatever. Or maybe, it's that kind of energy. It's somebody very close to you, but they're a little bit hurt. But don't buy into the energy. Let it just kind of go. Just move on again. But they go with the flow, because you're in that go with the flow energy. So just kind of just like whatever. Don't buy into the energy. This will pass. This will pass. Okay. There is a change coming, which I think is interesting. A change for you that you are not making happen. This change comes upon you. So this could be because of this situation, because of this little fuss or whatever that's going on. So that's going to create a little bit of a change. But the change you didn't create the change, but you will more than likely have to use it to your advantage or work with it. But most importantly, don't let it get to you. Just chill and let the process work itself through. Okay. Ultimately, you're gonna be happy. Look at this. There's that Knight of Pentacles. Again, things are working to your advantage. Just slowly move. Continue to slowly move. Slowly let things progress, and just say, you know what? I'm moving on. I'm a happy camper. Do the happy camper thing and just keep moving. Just keep moving. You got to move it. You got to move it. And ultimately, you're going to be good with this. Okay. The baby's going to be healthy. I don't see a problem there. At least that's not what I'm seeing here. I do see a little bit of frustration or sorrow, but that's not because of the baby. That's because of the man. and there will be some, there's going to be a little bit of a change there, but you're going to be good. Okay, so just keep a positive outlook, keep moving forward, Brittany. You're going to be fine. All right. Let me see if I can draw one card from another deck, and that card is going to be like your clarifier. Okay, Brittany, my dear, make sure you're getting rest. The one message, the only message, again, when you take a clarifier card, that card is like, okay, this is a general statement. Okay, it doesn't have to be necessarily connected to the reading itself with the topic of the reading, but it is connected to your energy. And this is the Four of Swords. So it is saying get some rest. Make sure you're getting enough rest. Okay. When I say rest, Brittany, I'm talking here as well. Okay, give yourself a mind rest. Give yourself give physical as well as mental. Okay, don't exhaust yourself. This is not the time. The baby needs a strong mama. Okay, so you take care of yourself, Brittany. Please take care of yourself. All right, and Brittany, keep us informed along the way. I mean, I know we see every week, but definitely keep us informed and let us know how the baby's going. Okay, and when you do have the baby, if you can't come online, send me an email or something, or send me a post, or do something, or and let us see the baby, because we're all excited for the baby. We feel like the baby's kind of one of us. You're so connected to us, and we love you, and you love your sister too. We haven't seen your sister in a while, but yeah, keep us informed and let us know when the baby arrives. Okay, I'm so excited for you. I'm so excited for you. All right. Let's see. LMT, yes, we can get a career check-in. Still murky on my end, she says. LMT, yes, my dear. LMT, the first card I got back was a don't go back card. Okay, don't look backwards, don't go backwards. Okay, and it's also the five, being a Five of Pentacles. It's also the grass is greener card. Okay. Apparently, an opportunity is coming your way. But I'm not sure it's the right opportunity. And again, I think this is a backward step. And you're going to realize that when it comes up, you're like, I don't know if I really want that. Okay. It's going to be with a very industrious gentleman, very successful, very powerful, very determined man who is somebody who is interesting. This is somebody who is very educated, very studied, very reasonable person, but it's not going to work well with you, and it's not going to be this is not going to be the right choice. So even though it looks good, and even though there's wonderful things about it, and the person whom I'm talking about really would be a good choice, this is not this one. Don't do this one, because this one's not the right one. Okay. There is another one coming along right after that one, though. And this one is going to be a younger guy who started his own business and built up a company or corporation or something like that. This one is going to be very determined, but also very understanding and entrepreneurial, because again, he built it. So he's lived a more humble life at one point, and he understands how to work and how to make money, how to live a life. He knows what it costs to go to the grocery store, those kind of things. This one's going to be much more reasonable. Somebody who's not too, even though he's very wealthy, he's not disconnected from the world in that sense. He understands economics. So the second job, again, that's why it's interesting. The first job it would have been nice. And again, but that's just not the one. You'll know this one makes more sense. Okay. This one is a taller man, dark hair, good attitude, good energy, very positive thinking person. And the people who work with him, or work for him, not with him, for him, the people who work for him like him very much as a person, not only as a boss, but as a person. And he seems to be one of these people who, once he knows you, he knows you. Now, you may never meet him or not meet him for a while, because once you'll be working for a while before you meet the person in person, but you'll know who we're talking about, and he will live up to your expectations. But more than that, he will exceed them. So again, don't go with the first one that's kind of glitzy, shorter guy, grayish hair, full of himself. He also, though, built his own company. I get the energy, built his own company, but he's disconnected to a point where he's just kind of arrogant, and his is like, I am God now, and it's unfortunate. The second one is not that way. Okay, I do see this being a little longer down the road, and again, they're going to put you through some steps. So this is not going to be a straightforward thing. You're going to have to work to get this opportunity. They're going to want this, and they're going to want this, and they're going to want this, and they're going to want this. Give them what they want. Give them what they want. It's good for you, because once you have to dig it up and put it together, or you have to write it or do whatever, once you do it, keep it, and you're going to use it down the road against if you need to. So it's not going to go to waste. And you have to stop being this. And that is Mrs. Pessimistic. Okay. Stop being so damn pessimistic. Done with the pessimism. You can't do that, because when you are pessimistic, when you are putting negative energy out there, you are getting it back. You especially, because you are intuitive, and so you eat up a bounced energy, and so you have your negative energy, or you're depressed or whatever, and then you speak to somebody else, and then they get it, and then they send it right back to you, and now you're getting your own depressed energy back at you. So do me a favor again. Let's smile a lot more. Let's worry a lot less. Let's move forward, and let's just make sure that we're enjoying life. And again, the choice is coming through. You're looking at maybe 2 months, and again, 2 months, 2 choices. And I'm thinking the order is important too, because I don't think it's the first, it's the second. And so it's, but they're coming like real close. So you're not going to get 1 and then 1. You're going to get 1. But I think it's the second one that's with the taller gentleman with the dark hair and so forth, and just a very jovial, very nice, very pleasant person. I would not be surprised if that person was in the acting field, or did something with acting, or with social media, like a social media person, or something again with media, because this is a very media feel. So I don't know, it could be news as well. It could be a head of a studio, or ABC or NBC or CBS or whatever. That kind of energy. Okay, that's what I'm picking up. It could be technology too, but as soon as I said that, I heard a not so much. I think the other one's technology. I think the other one's more of a technology company. Okay. So there you go. That's what I got. Location wise, anything on location? Let me see. It's not in the South. I don't get Southwest. I don't get Texas. You're not going to Texas. I'm not going back. I don't think you're going to leave California. I think I'm getting California, West Coast. I'm getting West Coast, or on the islands of Hawaii. West Coast. No. As soon as I said Hawaii, it's like no. It's not even that. You're going to stay on the West Coast. I don't see you going back. Again, that no going back was part of that. So I don't see you going back east. I don't see you going back south. I don't see you doing that. I think you're going to be on the West Coast somewhere. Yeah, on the west side of you're not going back across the Mississippi. That's not going to happen. That's not what I see. Okay, that's about all I'm saying. I wouldn't be surprised if it stays in California, or I don't see Oregon. When I said Oregon, I didn't get that. I was getting California, and then also I said Washington State. And when I was asking in my head Washington State, I did get a little blip on that one, but I didn't get enough of a ding ding. I just got a blip. So. And then I'm coming down and I'm thinking Utah, no, I'm just like instantly, no, Wyoming, no. And come down and thought about Arizona, and Arizona, of course, is, personal to me. So I kind of got like, well, it could be, but the could be is like, nah. So no, I'm thinking you're going to stay in California. I don't get an energy. And if not, then in Washington State, but I do not get Oregon, and I don't get anything on the other side of the Mississippi. None. Sorry. So that's what I got for you. And that's for LMT. And again, I'd never changed the thing, and I apologize for that. While I do that, folks, I'm going to pop up the videos one more time. These are the weekly videos for each of the zodiac signs that are on YouTube. I do a weekly reading for each of the zodiac signs and post them to YouTube. Remember, if you leave a comment on any of these or all of these, for every video you comment on, I put your name in the drawing at the end of the month, and whoever wins gets either a copy of my book, The Ultimate Power Within, Unleashing the Magic of Affirmations, or you get you can get a free reading with me, a long, really drawn out, intense, specific reading. And we'll go over a lot of things. That usually takes about an hour to an hour and a half. So we'd have to set the time up, and we would do it through Zoom, unless you live in Arizona. If you live in Arizona, you want to come on by, I would open my doors. That's for sure. But, that's how that works. So again, if you leave a comment, the more comments you leave, the more that you comment on the number of videos, the higher your chances are of winning something. So if you do that, it'd be great. And if you subscribe, you have to be a subscriber and then leave the comment. If you leave one on all 12 every week, and you do it for 4 weeks in a row, which makes it a month, you get 48 chances of winning that. Pretty good. So just saying. And don't forget, folks, again, my book is for sale on Amazon. It's called The Ultimate Power Within, Unleashing the Magic of Affirmations. And it is that internal power that I was talking about. So again, use that internal power first, learn that internal power, and then send it out to the world and say, this is what's coming my way. Okay. While you're at it, don't forget to like, share, subscribe, and follow. And additionally, add my friends. This is my YouTube channel. If you haven't subscribed on YouTube, but you're on one of the other ones, pop one in, join in. And while you're at it, take care of Miss Angie. She's a good friend, and she is a wonderful reader. You're going to love her. She usually hears me Wednesday nights, but she's not in town today. But connect and subscribe. Also, this is Miss Shauna. Shauna's on with me on Thursdays quite often. So if you do that, that would be great. If you have a love reading and want love questions, this is the one. This is Miss Bonnie. Miss Bonnie is the goddess of love questions, and she loves them. And I love to share them with her because I'm not so big a fan of them. I don't mind them, don't get me wrong, but I don't like the triteness of some of them. And also wanting people wanting me to look in somebody else's business. No, I don't get into people's business. I don't get in people's minds. Okay. Susan, Miss Susan on Saturdays. And Miss Susan is a medium like myself, so don't be surprised if maybe you get a mediumship read. And then Miss Julie. Miss Julie's on 3 times a week with 3 different folks, and she's rocking it. Tuesdays, Wednesdays, and Fridays. So you definitely want her in your camp. All right. With that said, let's get back to it. Who is next? Who did I decide would be next? Let me get a drink, okay? Hey, Mars, nice to see you. Mars, it's funny because there for a while, I was confusing you with LMT, who I just read for. So it's funny to see you guys both in because most of the time you guys were never in at the same time. And for some reason, I was thinking one was the other. And so it was good to see you. And Jimmy Joe, you're right. I saw you in much earlier. And so Jimmy Joe, I will add you to you're going to get your reading. Okay. So yes, spiritual development sounds good. So Jimmy Joe, this will be for you. Let me pop up this real quick. And let me bring this up here so I can get back to, again, these are the weekly readings. We're going to start with Aquarius. And let's see, whatever else. Also, before we get going, birthday, Tina Shelton, before you go, hopefully you haven't left yet. This is for you and your daughter, and for anybody born this week, last week, or next week, happy birthday to y'all, including myself, which is on the 28th. Happy birthday to ya. Happy birthday to ya. Happy. Got to do the birthday thing. And also, don't forget to like, share, subscribe, and follow.
10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2,
And I invite you to come back tomorrow morning. It's going to be around 7:30-ish West Coast time, which means 10:30-ish East Coast time for me and Miss Shauna. As you can see, that's going to need some updating because I don't have that beard anymore and I've lost a little bit of weight. So it's a little different, but there you go. And then right before we start, Joe, again, before we start the Jimmy Joe's reading, I want to remind everybody of accolades. First and foremost, remember my book won the Impact Award, the International Impact Award, and I am very pleased when they did that. There you go. Yes. We won in 2 categories, mind, body, and spirit, and personal growth and development. We were the winner of both of those areas for the award. And so I'm very proud to have received that award. And so I just have to pop up that from time to time. Additionally, I love the fact of this video because of this video, just kind of like confirmational. I love it.
Exposing the best tarot readers on YouTube. You won't want to miss this. First up is Minopan Tarot. Chris delivers straightforward and practical weekly and monthly insights with compassion. Next is Star Lourdes Tarot. When she sings her intro, you know you're in for an empowering read. YouTube tarot reading is changing due to the work of Sonoran Mystic Tarot. Don offers live stream individual tarot readings as well as standard weekly zodiac insights. His calm, meditative approach is a standout. Who could forget Baba Jolie, whose readings are long but comprehensive and worth every second? Be sure to check out Kyle of Cups, who combines tarot and astrology for heartfelt, intuitive guidance. A rising star is naturally divine goddess tarot. Shauna is all about positive energy and spiritual growth. And rounding out the list is Calling on Angels, 1111. Bonnie focuses on love and angelic guidance. Don't miss it. Check them out and let your tarot.
I haven't played that one in a while, but I figured I'd pop it up there. I just, I love it. I love it, love it, love it. Okay, so get back to it. Let's get back to it. Hey, Ray, nice to see you in. And Ray, I love the idea about going to Florida with the family. That's very cool. Very, very cool. So Jimmy Joe, anything spiritual development. Okay. And let me change this while we're at it too. Sorry, I'm running. I'm just like getting a little slow on these things. So Jimmy Joe, anything on the spiritual? What the spirit? Tell me what Jimmy Joe needs to hear. What is in his highest and best good? Do 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 do. Jimmy Joe, your development still has, again, some time to go, but you're moving in the right direction. I love this. You're moving in the right direction, but you still have a ways to go. Be patient with it, okay? Because I think I get the feeling like, and this is the patience thing. This is kind of like saying, hey, just drop the energy of wanting to get there now, and I need to know it now, and I got to do it now, and it's like, and oh man, I should have it, and that kind of stuff. It's going to come to you, Jimmy Joe. It's going to come to you. You're going to be fine. You're going to develop, and sometimes it's developing when you need to develop. Okay, Jimmy Joe, you need to also send me an email, advice at Sonoran Mystic Tarot, right down here, and join our class on Tuesdays. But Jimmy Joe, what again? The most important thing I'm getting is that, first of all, you need to not try too hard, because the harder you try, and you focus so much that you wind up forcing yourself into mistakes and those kind of things, and you don't want to do that. There's no reason, because and then you get frustrated. So we don't want to do that. We want to make sure that we are slowly building our skill set. We're opening our mind, opening our heart, opening our spirit. Okay, we do the tapered candle. Jimmy Joe, have I talked to you about the tapered candle exercise? Because you need to be, I would strongly suggest that you do the tapered candle exercise. It's super important because it helps you to learn how to control your mind instead of your mind controlling you. And that is really important. Okay, so if we are going to control our minds, we need to do it in there's certain ways in which you can do it. And so the tapered candle exercise will work. Jimmy Joe, are you still here? Can you respond somehow? But the tapered candle exercise is perfect for that. It'll help you to learn how to control your mind, to quiet yourself, and to get into a space and get into the headspace that you need to be in to do this. Okay, so yes, you are here, Jimmy, or yes, you know the tapered candle exercise. So can you say, yes, I guess I'm still here. I'd like to learn more about this. Okay, the tapered candle exercise is a very simple exercise. It doesn't require more than 5 minutes a day, and it will not be something that fills your entire day. It won't fill much more than 5 minutes, depending if you're prepared or not. So you'll find a tapered candle. You'll get a tapered candle. Again, when I say tapered candle, I'm talking long and thin. Okay, you don't want something big. The candle is not the key to this exercise. It's the flame that the candle gives out. So the candle should be just something that fades into the backdrop. You need to be in a darker environment. You want to be scheduling this so where you're doing it at the same time every day for at least 7 days. You want it to where it's peaceful, it's tranquil, it's quiet, there's no disturbances. You want to set the clock on your phone or some other, whatever you want to do, alarm clock wise, for 5 minutes, and then you want to make sure that the phone is silent otherwise and cannot disturb you either. You're going to light the candle, set the timer, get it going, and for 5 minutes you're going to stare into the flame. You are not going to think of anything other than the flame. For the first 2 to 3 days, when you do this exercise, even though it's only 5 minutes, I assure you that it will be the longest 5 minutes of your life for the first 2 or 3 days. The first day is going to drive you crazy because after you say, oh, I'm staring. Is it 5 minutes? Is it 2 minutes? Is it 1 minute? Oh man, something's in the oven. Oh, did I forget to tell somebody this? Did I schedule this? You know, did I tell somebody, did I turn this off? Did I do this? Did I set this? All these things run through your head as you're supposed to be staring at the flame. And now your mind is working again because your mind is controlling you. It's taking you on a trip. It's taking you on a journey. And it's leading you away from this because guess what? It doesn't want you to control it. It wants to control you. And so what you have to do is as you start thinking, again, the first 2 days are difficult. The first day is almost impossible. Because again, your mind will not be able to stay on that flame. So eventually you teach yourself, if your mind starts wondering, saying, I wonder if the flame is 1 inch or 2. I wonder if the blue is darker than the red. I wonder, and so therefore you start bringing it back to the flame. You focus your mind back to the flame. And after the second or third day, you're no longer thinking that you're now doing this for an hour when it's only 5 minutes. You're no longer worried about whether the alarm's going to go off or not go off because again, your mind is your body. And you know it's going to happen. But the cool part is that you start surrendering. Your mind starts surrendering to the fact that you are looking at a candle flame, and the candle flame is everything and anything, and nothing else matters. And so by the third or fourth day, you're finally able to start really focusing on the flame. It's going to take a little longer for you to get, it depends on, how much and how quickly you control the brain. But by the 7th day, you should be able to actually watch that candle flame for the entire 5 minutes. And you should be pretty much able to control it so where your mind's not wandering on anything other than the candle. But it could take up to 7 days before you get that accomplished. While you're doing that, again, you should continue that beyond that but I'm saying the first 7 days are important because again, it does that. After about the second, if you're better at controlling your mind, after the 7th day, you won't even need that anymore because you'll be able to get yourself in that state. But once you get to the state, and it could take up to 2 weeks depending, but as you watch the flame, and as the flame is the most important thing, and as the time goes off, and you're that at one point, you're going to light that flame. You're going to say, okay, so I got to go there. My 5 minutes again. You come into the room, you sit there, you light that candle, and as soon as you light the candle, boom, your mind is already at peace and you're in tranquility. You realize I don't need the flame anymore. I don't need the candle. It's not about the candle anymore because I've learned to control my mind to the degree where I can turn it on and turn it off without that candle. Again, that's what you're doing. That's the intent of it. So when you sit and watch me do a reading and I look here and I'm shuffling the cards, or if I'm just, you ask me for a psychic kit, I instantly can go from here to here. I can turn it off and say back to spirit, and I reach out to spirit and say, Spirit, tell me what you need to know. Because what you're going to do is once you can control your mind, once you have the ability to control your mind, then you can reach out and listen because spirit's now able to talk to you more because you're not blocking, your mind has not blocked you from that. Mind is not sending all this crosstalk so where you can't hear the subtle things. And all of a sudden you're picking up the voices, you're picking up the messages, you're getting information that downloads and you don't know where it is and how it is, but you know it's there. That's claircognizant. That's the spirit's talking to you or giving you information. You get snippets, you get little pictures, whatever. Or better yet, while you're looking at the flame, all of a sudden you see behind the flame or in the flame somebody who that crossed over. And so now you're starting to be able to communicate with those who've crossed over because, again, you are now quieting your mind to the point where you can now listen to and pick up spirit talking to you, your loved ones, your spirit guides talking to you. Okay? So it's a wonderful thing to do. It doesn't take, again, but 5 minutes a day for at least a week. And I ask you to do it for at least a week because, again, it will not happen overnight. It will take longer than overnight to do it. But once you get to that point, you will be able to just quiet that mind. And after that, you will be able to sit here and go, boom, I'm there, which is great. So do that. So Jimmy, work on it. Give yourself that energy. Give yourself the extra boost of controlling the mind, and you're going to be fine. All right. And then join us for class. That would be wonderful. The only other thing that I'm getting from Spirit, Jimmy, is that you need to pay attention. Who is there? There is a young girl in your life. Is it a child? Is it a niece? Is it a sister, a young sister? I don't know. I'm getting, they're very connected to you. So again, it's either your child, your niece, or a young sister. It's a young niece or a young sister, and that child, niece, or young sister needs a little extra attention. Yeah, it's a younger energy. So this is somebody who is not even a teen yet. This is somebody who in your life is fits that category. Is it your sister, Jimmy, or is it a child of yours, or would it be a niece? Because again, it's that close. It's that close. This person needs a little attention from you. They need a phone call. They need a little TLC. They need a little attention. They need conversation. They need a little. I don't know. Definitely my child. Okay. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, she needs to have a conversation with you. She needs you to. I have two daughters. One of them, I'm being showed two. So as soon as you said two, I went like this, and then I saw this one. So the younger one, they need a little extra attention from you. They may need a conversation that they're not comfortable with initiating, but they want to have it. So just spend a little time with them and let them just kind of chat and ramble on. But they definitely need a little one. The youngest one, yes, the youngest one's what I'm picking up. Absolutely is the one I'm picking up. So make sure that she needs a little more extra attention. I don't know if she's just longing for something, again, because she needs a little more papa time, or whether she needs to share something with you. But I'm being told to let her chat. Give her the opportunity to just chat, and then let her go. Let her go at it. Okay. Raise a topic, or even or just sit and listen to her. And when she asks something, or when she says something, ask a general question, not a yes/no question, a general question. Let her kind of expound on something, okay? Because again, she needs papa time. She needs papa time. And they're showing me again, not this one. This one. Is this one has like darker hair? This one has like a brownish hair, like a brownish, like full brownish hair. Does this one have full brownish hair? Because I'm picking that up. Okay. Anyway, yeah, give some love and attention. Give some love and attention. Believe me, it'll pay off. I promise you. I promise you. It's amazing how sometimes kids, you just don't know what they want or need. Even they may not know what they want or need, and then you wind up you just wind up having to figure it out, and it's like a puzzle, and it's not easy. But the good part is I've just given you a piece of the puzzle, and that is, giving me attention. All right. So hey Ray, I want to read for you, by the way, Ray. So Ray, would you like a general or a specific reading? Oh, I see it right there. Can I get a general reading? Oh, thank you, Ray. You already answered my question for me. It's like you knew I was going to call on you. Yeah, Ray. Yes, Ray. Because I was like, Ray you need a reading. I don't know why. I don't even know why I was calling for you, but apparently, Ray, there's a message to be given to you. Thanks, Jimmy Joe, for popping in. Again, send me an email and I'll send you the link. You can use the link anytime you want. It's the same link. Everybody's invited, by the way. This class that I teach, that I don't really teach, I proctor, because we don't really teach. We all share and we grow from each other's experience, which is wonderful. And there's no judgment, and it's a safe space. It's all done via Zoom. It doesn't cost you anything. No charge to join the class and to be joining us every Tuesday night. And the same link is used each of the Tuesday nights. And so you can use it one night and then miss for a few weeks if you have to, and then come back. It's all fine. It's not structured in a way where you feel like you have to be there all the time. But we have some people who are there all the time because they love to practice, and I'm one of them who enjoy it too. Again, send me an email and I'll send you the link. Okay. Anybody who's interested, send me an email and I'll send you the link. Oh, Jimmy, it's not we're not recorded. We don't record our Zoom sessions, and all we do is we practice. And so there's a lot of folks on there that's camera shy, but again, we're family. We're family, and we don't worry about all that stuff. That stuff's not super important to us. It's just getting out there and being part of a community, and that really is what it's all about. We start, Nicole. We start on Tuesdays at 6 p.m. West Coast time, which is 9 p.m. East Coast time, and we run for 2 hours. And we usually do some quick rounds, which is a quick kind of readings to get us fired up. And then we get into exercises and do more in-depth rounds and things like that. So if you send me an email to the email address that's floating down the bottom here, I will add your name to the list and send you the link. And again, you can use it anytime you want. And if you don't want to come that Tuesday, don't click on the link. If you want to come that Tuesday, click on the link. And even if you don't receive a notice that class is going on that Tuesday, it's still going on Tuesday. So you don't need to get the same message every week. You click on any of the messages. They're all the same link. Okay. So back to Ray. Ray, it's interesting, Ray. So what I'm picking up for you, Ray, is a few different things. Okay. I'm picking up a few different energies. I'm picking up a good job. I'm picking up the word good job, and it's in reference to your health. Have you turned a corner on your health? Have you done something to help your health? Because I'm being told good job is what I'm being told. So again, is it like a general turn? Are you eating better? Are you trying to lose weight? Are you trying to do workout? Again, something is paying off. And so the spirits are saying good job and a good work on that, okay, in that regard. So again, acknowledging that you've been putting something else in, okay, and it's been working. All right. I also am picking up this energy about there is something okay. The beginning of this coming month. Okay. To make sure I'm understanding this, let me make sure that I'm connecting properly with spirit. Yeah, the beginning of November, you're going to be approached with a nice opportunity, a really good opportunity, and an opportunity for the DJ work. Okay, and it is going to be something that you're not quite certain about, or you're not sure that it can be overdone or something like make it work. That's what I'm being told. No matter what, make it work. Make it work. Okay, because it's going to lead to many things. Many other things come from the one. So on early November, when you're given opportunities, even if something is very difficult to make it work, to fit in a schedule, whatever, do not miss it. Okay, because this opportunity will lead you to more. It's going to open doors for you. There's something very significant about the beginning of November and that opportunity. They're showing me this opportunity. It's like the golden ticket. It's like you've been searching and searching and searching, and you're looking. How do I get the right connection? How do I make that one? Excuse me. How do I make that one thing that helps me to just break through? And I'm getting the feeling like this is that one. Okay, because again, there's somebody who will be at that event who is going to see and understand and appreciate what you do and how you do it, and they're going to open up doors for you. Okay, so do not turn something down in November, beginning of November. If you can make it work, if you can figure a way to make it work, get to it and do it. And then when you do those events, any of the events that happen to be arranged in early November, make sure that you make them the most amazing events, that you give it 175%, more than just 100%. So because again, whoever has that golden ticket for you is going to be there on that event that was arranged during the November. So I'm not saying the event is in that first part of the month. It could be that the event was arranged in that period of time, and that will happen maybe a month or so later. I don't know for sure because they're not making that clear. The indication is that the arrangement is made in the beginning of the month. Okay. So, oh no, it's going to pick up. It's going to pick up. And again, this one's going to lead to a number of engagements, but it's also going to lead you to a different level of people, a different level of a sphere of engagements. So you're going to be stepping up the game. Your game's going to be, you're going to be dragged up because, it's like, hey, we're going to pull you up. which is nice. Okay, so your audience level is going to go up, and your game level is going to go up, and not only that, but you're also going to see the your value go up, and your price tag is going to go up, because I'm seeing that you are able to charge more because of all this, and you will receive what you're asking. So that's what I'm picking up for you, Ray. Okay. Ray, also make sure you're getting some more sleep. I'm getting the feeling, I'm getting this feeling. When I say feeling, folks, I don't mean feeling because I'm not an empath, but I'm getting this image, I'm getting this information from spirit that you do need a little more rest. Okay. And a part of it is rest of giving yourself a break, letting your mind rest a little bit. Again, it goes back to tapered candle kind of thing, but it's again, just giving yourself a little bit of don't be so hard on yourself. Don't beat yourself up so much. I mean, I really do feel like you're very, you're very hard on yourself, and that you don't have to be. Okay. Give yourself a break. I appreciate it if you will. Okay. With that said, Ray, keep me informed. Let me know how this is going. Okay. You definitely needed to hear it, and I'm so glad that I was able to deliver it to you. Let's see, Sagittarius. Now we're on Scorpio. My month, my birthday. All right, who is next? Let me pop up a name. Oh man, Kronkimov. Help me phonetically type Knokimov Ilich. Type your name in a phonetic way so I can pronounce it properly, because I hate butchering people's names. But it's like Knokimov Ilich. It's kind of what I'm seeing. Yes, Sam. December, mid-November into December, you will be working. This is Sam Brooks. Yes, Sam. Mid to late November into December. Yes. The answer is yes. No Kimov. Okay, no Kimov. Okay. No Kimov Ilich. Okay. No Kimov. Is it a general or a specific question? If you have a specific question, let me know the specific question. Otherwise, just say general and we'll go from there. Again, Ray, please get yourself some rest, okay? Take care of yourself. Really take care of yourself. I've been depressed lately because work been there you go. Yeah. And so you're beating yourself up. And Ilich, okay. You've been beating yourself up a little bit too much. You can't do that. Stop flogging yourself. Don't do that. Don't do that. Ray, when that happens, go to the gym. Get out and go to the gym. Go for a walk. Do something. Do not pick up food. Don't let food be your pacifier. That's really not a good thing. Okay. So Ray, when that starts happening, get out and do a walk. Get out and get among people. Get out and do something that will cheer you up. Go out and I don't know. I mean, there's many things you can do. I mean, you're in a big city. Again, I don't remember exactly where you are, but I know you're in a very, because I pick up all this energy. I pick up all this noise outside and those kind of things. And so get out and get into the city. Get into something. Okay. Go to go to a community center, go to find different groups to get involved in and things that are, and that's also for your business, Ray. For your business, it would help you if you get into different community things. Go to get involved in various community events. Go to get involved in community groups, something that you enjoy doing. Make sure you're involved in it, and through them you're going to find different engagements as well, by the way. So give that a consideration. I just popped Taurus up and I'm getting ready to do Virgo, and so let's get back also to the person I was reading for. NYC, that's right. Yep, I remember now. Yep. That's why all the energy and noise I heard outside. It was one of those things. Okay. Let's do it. So yeah, Ray, when that happens, get out and just walk a little bit. Don't pop food in the mouth, because that goes, and we have a tendency to do that because it's our nourishing. It's like that nourishing things that make us feel better. Our parents did that as babies to us. They fed us to make us stop crying and so forth. They put a pacifier in our mouth. They gave us that thing. So make sure that you don't allow that to help, because it's not going to help your waistline, and you put some work in. And again, I've got that energy about the work in, and so don't surrender to that, okay? And don't let yourself get into that thing. Don't beat yourself up. The reality is just get out there and continue to network. Find ways to get your name out there. Find ways to get your business out there. Make sure that your website is up and up to date. Make sure that you're on the website. You have, and again, this is still Ray. We're talking about Ray. Make sure on your website you have little snippets of the work that you do, so people know what it is. Make sure that if you've ever worked anywhere in your entire career with the DJ stuff, that place should be on your website as showing that I did this, I did this, I did this. If it's a club, that club names needs to be there. If it was an event, that event needs to be there. And where the event was. If the event was, say the event was a bar mitzvah for Joey Finkelstein at the Jewish Community Center, I would be putting the Jewish Community Center, and I would put the Finkelstein Bar Mitzvah. I would be putting lots of things out there showing that you worked. Because one thing is that scarcity. If people think you are scarce, if people think they can't get you, they're going to want you more. And so if you show that, hey, I'm working, I'm a busy man, I got things going on. You don't have to put dates, you don't have to put times, just put the things out there. Let people know that you're out there and you're in the community and you're working and you're involved. And that will help to draw people in to get you business. So if you don't have a website, you need to have one. And but I do feel like you have something already. And I don't know if it's a Facebook page or whatever, but you need to have that, and you need to have that information readily available. And when somebody talks to you, you need an elevator speech, Ray. So make sure that you work on a speech. So where if I run into the elevator and I say, hey, what do you do? I'm whatever. I'm DJ 999 Santana. I'm DJ 999 Santana, and I'm all over the city doing events. Check me out. On YouTube. Check me out on Facebook. Check me out. Check out my website. Make sure that you can plant that. And the best part is if you practice your elevator speech, it flows. You're much better at it, and it flows. And so where it seems seamless, and more importantly, I am DJ 999 Santana, and I do this. And so check out DJ 999 Santana online, and it's like, hey, hey, have a great day. Don't forget, check out DJ 999 Santana. Again, always planting that seed. Everyone, when you meet somebody, hey, I'm Ray, DJ 999 Santana. Hey, I'm Ray, DJ 999 Santana. And they're like, huh, what is that? Oh, I'm a DJ. I do DJ work, If you're ever looking for one, don't forget DJ 999 Santana. Again, plant that seed. Be on the marketing bandwagon all the time. Remember, you are your best marketer. You're going to be the best marketer. Make sure that you're out there and you're always letting people know. Even if you're in the grocery store, you see, hey, hey, whatever, right? And said, man, I love that shirt. Where'd you get it? And the guy responds, I got this, whatever, And it's like, great, I'd like to get a picture of it. If you don't mind if I put it on my website, I'm DJ 999 Santana. I'd like to put a copy. I love that shirt. I love what it says, You just planted the seed again. There's many ways in which you can have that conversation and plant that seed. So please take advantage of it while you can, okay? Don't let an opportunity go by. There is no reason why you can't have a contact with somebody and not have it turn into an opportunity, okay? Or at least an opportunity to market yourself, all right? So please, Ray, consider that. And Ray, we may, if and when I ever get to New York, we need to sit down and have a great conversation, maybe a drink or something, because your energy is amazing, and maybe I'll even have some more business ideas for you. I don't know. I have to introduce you to some folks I know up there too, because that may help you as well. Okay. So with that said, let's get back to it. I am so sorry. No Kimov. This one's for you, okay? I'm so sorry that I went on there, but I was just getting all kinds of ideas there. And those ideas, by the way, were not psychic hits. Those are my, if y'all didn't know, I was an attorney before I did all this. And before I wrote my book, before I did all this, I was an attorney. And then before that, I was in engineering. And those are my two career fields. And with both of those career fields, I learned a lot, and I carry that with me. And so it gives me the ability to do a lot of things and to understand a lot of things. And also I owned a real estate business, as you guys know, and I owned a number of properties. So the one thing that I did, though, when I was as a lawyer in Houston, Texas, is that I help businesses, I help grow businesses, I help start, grow, and build businesses to the point where when Goldman Sachs came looking through the 10,000 Small Businesses Initiative, they came to me and asked me to join them through the community college system in Houston, to be a mentor and to help people, 15 companies grow for a period of weeks at a time. And so I would have 15 companies that would come in, and they would be there'd be a cohort, they call them. And then I would be their mentor. And then I would help them to learn how, along with structured classes that we would teach, we also taught them how to work on their business and not in their business, to grow their business, take it to the next level. And by the time they graduated, to have their ask ready, their elevator speech, their ask for a bank, so that they get a bank loan, and prepare them to put funds in their business to grow it beyond where they were. And that's what I did. So I have a good experience in creating businesses, growing them. Plus I have a number of my own businesses over the years that I have owned, and then either ran to the point where I stopped them, or I sold them and then moved on. And so when it comes to business, what I just gave you, Ray, at the end there was my ideas from a business perspective based on my knowledge and years of experience in that regard. That part was not psychic. That part was just me helping you out and giving you things that I think you needed to hear. Okay. So yeah, and I love sharing that advice. I think it's wonderful, and anytime I can see a business grow, anytime a business grows, it puts more money into the economy. It drives us forward as a nation, and because it leverages itself to other people. So say I have $10, and my $10 stays in my pocket, and then I buy groceries with it and whatever, and then that's the end of that for me. However, if I take that $10 and I say I need groceries, but at the same time I leverage it and I put it into a business that helps to grow, and that $10 then I've earned from that 100, I can now buy me groceries, but also I can hire somebody, and that somebody now can buy groceries and they can feed their family. And then they may eventually learn how to do what I did, and then they go out and they create a business. So that $10 turned into 2 grocery bills, a business, and more opportunities along the way. And that's a very simplistic way of putting it. But the point is that we learn along the way that if we as a community can grow our small businesses, if all of us grow a small business and then turn that business into something, that business then buys from local vendors if possible, therefore supporting your community and growing your community. They sell to local vendors, therefore they are making money back as well. They are investing in their local community because they're either hiring, again, people or vendors who supply this stuff. And ultimately, as the community grows, your business grows, because your business partners send money back to you and business back to you. So as you are helping to raise your boat and you're raising your community's boat, all the community people working together to raise all the boats, and therefore everybody grows together. And therefore that's why you'll find, it's interesting, you find a group of friends who have all started businesses around the same time and they lived in the same area. Don't be surprised if after 5 years, not all, most of them will have had the same level of success, even though they're doing different businesses. They're doing other things because they have leveraged their friendships, and because they have all been working hard and again, sending business back and forth and leveraging that. And also because as they go up, they have connected to other friends, and those friends are on that same level or growing. And as you have all of these people growing and expanding, they create this net that helps each other and they go up. And then you'll have 1 or 2 friends who fall off because they didn't put the effort in, or they didn't stay connected enough, or they weren't focused enough, and they fell to the wayside. And the rest, though, are coming this way. And then you're saying, how are they all so successful? It's like, what was in the water? What made that work? It wasn't the water. It wasn't a special trick. It was the fact that they raised each other's boats. They raised their boat, but they also pulled each other along with them. And so where they all raised to the point where now they're successful. And that's the same thing that happens. If it's interesting because it's so visible, because we see Hollywood and Hollywood stars so much. We should look at them again. They're a business. Their acting is a job. They are a business, but we see how they do it, because we'll see how, like Richard Gere and Julia Roberts. Richard Gere was a little further along in his career. Julia Roberts was relatively new. She'd done Mystic Pizza and Steel Magnolias, and then she did the movie with Richard Gere, right? Pretty Woman. And again, he was here, she was here, and their friendship connected. And because of what she learned and how she connected with people. In that same movie were a number of actors who later on, if you watch that movie again, you'll see, oh man, these actors are here. They again, because she connected and he connected, and their friendships help leverage each other to the point where, oh, because I know this person, and I know this person, and this script, and Gary Marshall and so forth. Because remember, Gary Marshall directed. You know, all of a sudden you get this leveraging fact, okay, and then they're all here at one point. You know, the same thing with Steel Magnolias. If you watch that movie, there are some actresses who were very long in the tooth, had lots of experience, and you have the younger actors and actresses who weren't, like McDermott. He was relatively new. You have Julia Roberts, relatively new. You had Dolly Parton, who was a singer but a new actor in that regard, and you had Olympic Dukakis, who was not a movie star and big actor movie wise, but was more of a stage actress at that point. And again, they leveraged each other's friendships and the knowledge and all the different people they knew, and this one knew, and this one knew, and this one knew, and boom, 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 boom. And all those actresses' careers went up like this, not because only the product that they did as a community together with Shirley MacLaine, Olympic Dukakis, Sally Field, you know, Dolly Parton, Daryl Hannah, Julia Roberts. I mean, think about it. These are amazing names, but they, because of the friendships and whatever the leverage that went out, it just poof, poof, and they raise up. So that's what I tell you about business. If you work and you build your friendships around people, again, if you're a new business, connect with other new businesses, network with other new businesses, reach out to them and say, hey, how can I help you? I know I'm working myself and I'm really trying to make my business, but how can I help you too? And by helping them, they can turn around and help you. Again, it's a give and get situation. You know, again, it's a reciprocity. And so as you connect and then say, hey, I can't help you with that, but I have a friend over here who can do that. I'm going to connect you. Okay. Or I can do that with you. But while you're at it, you know, you may want to look over here because my buddy does this and he can help you as well. And again, boom, boom, boom. Before you know it, again, everybody's helping each other. They're giving business, crossing, and so forth. And as I connected this one, even though they don't help me, they helped you, then you turn around and say, you know what? You can help them through their friend. And then their friend over there gives me business. But because I connected them to you and then you to them, till it comes back here. Again, it's that work. So you're not in a vacuum. You're never in a vacuum. And you should never be in a vacuum. And if you are a business person, an individual business person, and you have not created a network, then you are working far too hard. You really are working far too hard to get a small piece of the pie. Get out there, get connected, get into the BNI, which is a business networking, whatever, one of their groups. Get into some groups where you are part of a network of small business owners, and you will be surprised how that networking will give you so much benefit in return. Okay, I'm done. Back to this. I'm telling you, Nokomov, you're probably thinking I've lost my damn mind because I've said this many times, but this time it is. Back to you. Okay. And if you think about it, this is what we do. Shauna and Angie, myself, Julie, Bonnie, Susan, all the people that read on the nights that I read or that are part of our group, you know, each of us, we don't compete. We don't compete with each other. We help each other out. There are times where I'm like, I can't read for that person. Can you take care of that? I can't show up to that event. You know, hey, there's a great event over there. I can't make it. Do you want to go? You know, or I create, or like Susan and Julie and I created an event where we made it possible for everybody to come and make some money and get their names out there. So we created the psychic fair for that very purpose, the wellness fair for that. I mean, you know, again, that's what it is. You help the community, you build a community, and then the community rises, and every boat then rises as the community rises. Okay. So Nokomov. Okay, Nokomov. Nokomov, you're not listening. You're not listening. Why are you not listening? Okay. It's interesting. I'm getting this, and Spirit's been talking to you. Spirit's been trying to tell you and give you direction, but you just don't seem to be listening. So you're just kind of going in circles. You're going in circles and you're kind of thinking, oh man, when is it my turn? You know, why can't I have a breakthrough or whatever? Because you're not listening. You're really not listening. You need to bring down the wall bring down the wall, and then turn up the sound so you can hear. Okay, because again, Spirit's telling you, Spirit wants to help you. They want to reach out. They want to help you build and grow, and they want to help you move beyond where you are. I'm getting the feeling you're in a block. I'm getting the feeling like you can't move forward, like you're whatever. Yes, going in circles, absolutely, and you can't seem to break through. And it's because you're in the moment. You're in your head. You're so trying to get beyond that you're not picking up the cues. You're not hearing what Spirit's telling you. Spirit has the key to open that door to push you forward. Okay, so I need you to quiet the mind. Do the tapered candle exercise I spoke about a few minutes ago. And if you didn't get it, go back about 10-15 minutes ago, and that would be somewhere around the 1 hour 20-minute mark, and you will find what I'm talking about. Okay, but and so again, drop all the worries, drop the concerns, drop the feelings of whatever, and just listen, and let Spirit come through and talk to you. And when you drop the swords and you drop all the energy and whatever, the key will come. And look at this. There you go. The king pops in. The King of Pentacles says, then I will come in. I'm ready. You are ready. Okay, the King is ready to come in. You are ready to embrace that energy, that King energy. Knock them off. You just need to make sure that you quiet your mind. You need to stop pushing. You're pushing yourself too hard. You're trying too hard, and you're to break the barrier, which makes very good sense. I don't blame you for doing that, but the problem is that you're not. You're too much. You're trying so hard that you're not getting the information you need to hear that will help you to understand that X, Y, and Z need to be done in that order. Okay, so yeah, I need you to quiet your mind. I need you to find some peace. I also need you to be patient. Again, this is going to happen, but you need to be patient with the fact of quieting the mind enough. Okay, so work on quieting the mind. And then as you work on quieting the mind, you will get what it is you're looking for. Okay, the information will come to you. And then look, the Queen of Abundance. So we have the queens here. The queens are the patients. Okay, they're just saying be patient, be chill, whatever. And it's not the Queen of Swords who say I'll cut you. This is the other patients. Okay, so the happiness is assured. You know, your breakthrough is coming. Just give yourself an opportunity. Okay, give yourself a little break, and then just kind of bring down the anxiety. Your anxiety level is higher than it needs to be. And again, that's what drives the wall. That's what creates the energy that keeps you from moving forward. Okay. So do the taper candle exercise, knock them off. Do that for at least a week or two. And then let me know how it works. Okay. I'm telling you folks, even if you don't have a need to communicate with Spirit, do the tapered candle exercise to help you sleep. If you're not sleeping well at night, do the tapered candle exercise, because it's going to help you go to bed and say, I'm sleeping now. Hello, mind. I'm sleeping now. Hello. Okay, so use tapered candle exercise to learn how to control your mind for many reasons, not just that one. Okay, and so it could be for psychic reasons. It could be just to control your mind. It could be a way to help you sleep. It could be a way to turn off the negative energies that if you're somebody who lets a lot of negative energies come in, no, this will keep it. This will turn those off. If you're somebody who worries a lot, this will help you keep from worrying a lot. You'll just say, nope, got to turn that off. Not going to worry. Not going to do it. So, yeah, do that exercise. I'm going to do one more reading and then I'm out of here. Didn't want to do a long night because I got some other things I got to get accomplished before I go to bed. So with that said, let me do one more. You know what I'm going to do for this one? I'm going to have you guys lobby for it. If you are still here and you have not yet had a reading from me tonight and you would like a reading, please just pop your name up type your name in the screen. And as you pop your names up, I will try to look for the one that really is screaming at me. Don't tell me what you want. Do not tell me what you want. Just the name. Just your name. Just your name. Let me grab a drink here. Do. DCJ, this is not going to be a long reading for you, but this is a reading and just in the sense of DCJ. When I saw your question earlier, the answer was it's going to take time. Okay, it's going to take time. This is not an overnight situation resolved. This will take time. Your mother's probably going to do get involved. I'm not a doctor, so I don't prescribe. Okay, I'm not a doctor, so I don't treat. but I'm getting the feeling like your mom's going to get an opportunity to be on a trial drug or a trial protocol, and that trial protocol will work fine. I'm not sure if she'll have success on the first treatment and then she does the trial protocol, because I'm getting the feeling she does one treatment and that doesn't work so well, and then she does the trial protocol and that does work. Okay, and she will not be the one getting the get placebo. She'll actually get the trial protocol actual drug. So she'll be in even though you'll hear about it when they talk to you, because I'm seeing the sitting down, I'm seeing the conversation, and I'm seeing them talk about, okay, there's this trial for a drug. 1/3 will get placebo, 1/3 will have it under this kind of regimen, and then one on this. And so she'll be in one of the two, and hers will be the successful one. So that's what I'm getting. Okay. That's the energy I'm kind of picking up for that. So know that for me. Okay. Natalie, you were the first to pop up, and you popped up 3 times in a row. So since you were the first to pop up, and even Kelly there, I just see Kelly popped up there, and Kelly's even saying it. So Kelly and I are on the same sheet of music tonight. That energy popped up. And so Natalie, you are the one. You are the one. Crystal Monique, one thing came to me, and that is Mama. What's up with your mom? Call your mama. Call your mama. And I'm hoping your mama's still on this side, because I'm trying to wonder why I'm doing that. Why mama? But Crystal, again, call mama. Okay, call mama. But Natalie, this is for you. Natalie, what do you want to know? General or specific? Let me know. And you know the drill, Natalie. Don't say specific. Give me a question if it's specific, okay? Yes, Harley, exactly. Yes, indeed. Yes, she is. She's still here, right? Yeah, call her. Yes, she is here, is what you say, right, Crystal? And then, yeah, and that's that case. Give her a call. Reach out to her, okay? Call her tomorrow, but reach out to her, all right? I'm definitely getting mom energy there. Cheesy whiz. Let's see. Yeah, exactly. That's what I thought. Yeah, give her a call. Okay, Crystal. Well, I got pushed by spirit. Okay, Natalie says she got pushed by spirit. What's the question? What's the question? Not a lie. Natalie, my Natalie. Don't forget, folks, like, share, subscribe, and follow. I would truly appreciate it. Crystal, let me know what she says. There's something. Let me know what your mom says, okay, Crystal? Because you don't have to share the whole conversation, but there's something in that conversation that I'm intrigued by. Okay. Something about that. Something about the conversation you're going to have with your mom, okay? And I'm wondering if she's going to tell you somebody has passed, or somebody's passed, or somebody's passing. There's going to be a conversation. I'm getting energy about past and passing. And that's why I asked about her energy, because I knew she was on this side. But it's like I'm wondering if she's having some kind of spirit engagement, some kind of something happening with her spirit wise. Okay. Let's see. After I saved my cousin's house 5 in the morning, saged, do I know the spirit? Oh, I see. You got pushed by a spirit. You saged it. Do I know this spirit? Okay. I laughed at it and hold it. Couldn't budge me. Okay. But this is a poltergeist, Natalie. This one's a poltergeist. This isn't a this is a more playful spirit. This is not an intense spirit or negative spirit or something that is going to be problematic for you. This is a poltergeist. This is something that's very playful. The question is, do you want a poltergeist in the house or not? But this is a poltergeist. This is a more of a younger child, like a kid, who's very playful and very mischievous, and they like being known. They're not like some spirits who kind of linger in the back and you don't really know they're there until every now and then. But this one this one's more playful. And I would go with what Kelly's saying too, is have a conversation. ask them, hey, what do you got? What are you doing? What are you doing here? And or what's your name? And just ask them any information that you would generally ask anybody else. Have the conversation with them. And Natalie, when you have the conversation, make sure that your mind is prepared to receive images or knowledge or hear it, speak to you, or some other way. Okay, so make sure you're open to whatever information you get, however it may arrive at you when you do that. So make sure that you're prepared. Okay, make sure that you're not just ready to hear, but to sense, to whatever. This is the one my cousin actually brought in by accident before she died here. I see. But this one, yeah, this one is. But again, this one is not a bad spirit. It's not a negative spirit. It's just a poltergeist. If you want it to go, then first of all, you need to tell it it's got to go. You got to tell it needs to leave. And I know you just saged, but when you saged, you need to put Palo Santo. You need to burn Palo Santo after. Okay, so Natalie, not just sage, but Palo Santo. I would also make sure that I salt the door thresholds. I would do those both. Okay. I would also consider, if I were you, I would bring in for a while, while you're at the grocery store. Sometimes they have those herbs that are in little pots that you can buy, and get one that's rosemary, and bring rosemary in, because the rosemary is going to be very helpful to you. Okay. And so I think I would bring in some rosemary into the house as well. But I would be burning some sage and follow that by Palo Santo. By Palo Santo, you're bringing positive energy. But I would also, before I do that, I would tell the spirit it needs to go. It's time for it to go. It's not really welcome here. And then show it on its way. And believe me, they do cross back over. They don't fuss usually too much. That's not their thing. They just, if they really feel they're not wanted, they tend to go. So you need to have the conversation. Speak to them like I'm speaking to you. Have this conversation. Say, you know what? You got to go. You got to go. It's time. That kind of deal. Just make it clear. And then use the sage once again, but follow it up with Palo Santo. Burn some Palo Santo. While you're saging, make sure that you're running it along all the walls and all the windows. And then do the same thing with the Palo Santo. Make sure that you put the sage, the salt out on the thresholds. And if you have a cinnamon broom, that's nice. If not, you may want to get a cinnamon broom, because you can sweep the entity out, which is kind of nice. There's a few different ways to do this, okay? But I would also make sure, no matter what you do, I would buy a little rosemary plant and have it in the house. That rosemary plant is amazing, and it is protecting. It is very protective of spirits. So it will take care as well. Okay. It'll make sure the spirit doesn't come back. That's what I would say. Selenite's a good thing too. The one thing that I would suggest what you do with selenite, if you can find, I do need to know, would it be worth getting a layer to go after my job for letting me go? A lawyer, I mean. I was out on medical leave. Let me do a yes, no on that one, okay? I'm just going to do a yes, no on the cards. I'll let the cards say that one, because I know what my mind said, but then again, my lawyer mind came in, so that was not really helpful. Yeah. Interesting. I'm being told, yeah, have a conversation. This is the home and hearth. They'll come to an agreement, and you will rise above. So I would say yeah. I'd have that conversation. I would let the attorney make the determination if you move forward. But look at this. Again, yeah, you have a strong position, a very strong position. So I would talk to them, and look at that. It'll give you a new start. It'll give you a new, fresh start. It kind of like get rid of bad juju, kind of bad energy. Get rid of that juju. Don't want the bad juju. So yeah, those are good cards. They're very clear about that, which is nice. It'll take a while. It's not going to be straightforward and not going to be easy, but it'll take a while. But I do see you moving forward and determined. And again, the success card. Look at that thing. Yeah, the change comes. So yeah, I think you should. I do. There you go. There you go. Should I go with the one I just talked to? Okay, Natalie, now you're beating me to death. I gave one more reading, and then I gave you the spirit thing, and then this and this. Come on, Natalie. I love you, my dear. I love you much, but There's got to be an end. Okay. So I'm going to let you talk to spirit. You talk to spirit and figure out whether the one that you just talked to is the right one. You will know it. Believe me, anytime that you want to hire somebody for something like that, you'll know whether you should or not. And by asking that question, I have to wonder if you know the answer. Because again, why would you ask the question if you were confident with the one you chose? Josh I am. Hey, I love you guys. You all make it easy and wonderful to be here. You bring so much great energy, and you let me talk sometimes and tell my stories. And you're patient as hell. I love that. That makes it easy. Don't forget, if you have had wonderful or even not so wonderful experiences with spirits and your spirit guides, spirits or spirit guides, it doesn't matter. Please don't hesitate to drop me a line here down below. You'll see my email pop up. It's getting ready to come back around. It's advice@sonoranmystictarot.com. Here we go. Email address. See it right down there. Email address. advice@sonoranmystictarot.com, and share it with me. I would love to know it. I'm writing a book, as I said earlier, my second book, and it's going to be about spirit guides and gatekeepers. And I'm going to introduce the topic and explain how to communicate with them and use them to your advantage. So I would love information. The more I get from what you've experienced would be wonderful, because it helps me to make sure that my book is more complete and the whole story is given, because I have some research. I've read some other people's books and things and what they've said. And, but the reality is a lot of them didn't come out to you guys. They didn't talk to everybody and say, hey, what have you experienced? I want to get everybody's feelings on that. Okay. So do me a favor. I would love to know that. So please share with me, and I would truly appreciate that. Again, love, light, and blessings to you and your family from me and mine. I popped up my weekly readings for your zodiac signs. They are still good through Sunday. So please check them out on YouTube. And that's about it. I will be back tomorrow morning. I'm not sure if Shauna will be or not. I cannot recall. I know the hurricanes are over, so she may be back. But more importantly, I will be here somewhere around 7:30 a.m. West Coast time, which means 10:30 a.m. East Coast time. So please check me out. And love, light, and blessings to each and every one of you from me here at Sonoran Mystic Tarot. Let me pop out of here, but let me pull up some kind of something to play to get us out of here. And I'll see you guys tomorrow. Have a great one. Night-night.